Hello, wrestling fans or VHS fans. Welcome to NDT CoLlEcTs WrAsSLiN Plus VHS.
The following segment has been brought to you by NDT CoLlEcTs WrAsSLiN Plus VHS.
Folks, we have some more packages through the mail. Let's dive right in and get this unboxing done. This was ordered on Facebook Marketplace group that I'm in on Facebook. I'll ever join them Facebook groups. Some are very interesting in. I only joined the ones I like, so there's stuff I collect off of them they sell. I'm in a few wrestling groups. I'm in a few VHS groups. How's y'all today? Y'all doing a great day today? Well, this is packed tight. These are packed tight. Now, let's see. We got some packages there. Okay, up first we have, what is it? Uh-oh, we're about to fall out. It is Christine. Yeah, another copy of Christine. I got one copy that you've seen on the past videos probably. Here is another copy of Christine. Stephen King's Christine. Looks great. Looks good. Not Stephen King's. God, Stephen King's. John Carpenter's Christine. John Carpenter's, not Christine. I don't know why I keep saying Stephen King. I keep saying Stephen King, John Carpenter, Stephen King. Anyway, John Carpenter's Christine. Next up we have Horror. American Werewolf in London. American Werewolf in London, folks. Nice. Let's see what it say here. Movie must be returned by 6:00 p.m. Don't be late. Late fee. Safeway stores in Newport Highway. Soaking Way. Huh, what about that? I wonder if that place is still open. Somebody give them a call one of these days. Next up we have, oh, it's about to fall apart here stuff now. We have CBX Fox presents CBX Fox video Commando with Schwarzenegger. Commando. Anybody seen that movie? Commando. Arnold. Looks good. Arnold. Commando. Arnold. Next up we have one of my favorite films. It's a good film. Weekend at Bernie's. Great comedy flick. Weekend at Bernie's. Anybody seen that movie? I enjoyed part 1 and part 2. This is part 1. Now I've got to get part 2. Or do I have part 2? Nah, I may have part 2. I gotta look. I'm sure I don't, but I ain't positive. Anyway, Weekend at Bernie's. Next up we have another CBS Fox video. Short Circuit. Johnny 5. Who likes Short Circuit? Anybody seen Short Circuit? I enjoyed Johnny 5. This is awesome. Short Circuit. Check it out. Yes. Short Circuit. Part 1. I also seen part 2. Part 2 is great. I actually seen part 2 before I did part 1. Next up we have Star Maker War. Okay. This is not the original box. This is from Star Maker. Warlock. I'll have to get a original box. I'm into collecting original boxes. When it first came out with. He's come from the past to destroy the future. Warlock. This has been by Slam Marker, a Star Maker box. It's not the original that it came in. It's a video by Technicolor. Warlock. Here is another great. Now this is what I'm talking about. Original boxes. Fright Night. Fright Night. Fright Night. Best vampire flick. Number 2. My favorite vampire flick is Lost Boys. This is my second number 1 Fright Night. Fright Night. Original Fright Night, yeah. Rented it many times back on the shelves back in the day. That Warlock will stay right there until I figure out what's going on with it. Next up. Next up we have another package from my Facebook members. Right over here. Next up we have another one from Arnold. Predator. Predator Part 1. Predator. That's good. Predator Part 1. Next up, we have a couple from another, Facebook group, like I said earlier. We have House Party, Part 2. House Party. Remember those movies? House Party. House Party. Got a little smudge bust there. It's not all the way through, but not completely cracked, but it's a smudge. Next up, House Party 3. House Party 3. House Party 3. Y'all remember that movie? And I get House Party 1 now. I gotta get House Party 1. Next up, we have a great flick here by Stephen King. Not John Carpenter. Stephen King. This is Stephen King adaptation. Maximum Overdrive. Maximum Overdrive. Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive, excuse me. Maximum Overdrive. Great film. Has anybody seen Maximum Overdrive? About all the electronics in the world taking over? Huh. Sounds familiar. Anyway, Maximum Overdrive. All trucks, vehicles taking over the world. Pretty good film. I enjoy it. Next up, we got a big box here. Like I said, folks, how's your day? How's it going out there in the world? How's your all's weather? Comment below, let me know. Have you seen any of these movies? Comment that below too. Do you collect movies? Do you watch movies? Some people don't even watch them. Some people's not interested in movies. I don't blame you. Some people's not interested in wrestling. I don't blame you. Get in there now. We have bags, bags, and more bags. Bags and bags and more bags, 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 bags. What's that belong? Bags, bags, bags. Brown bag. More bags, 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 bags. Folks, I got bags. I have some bags. All kinds of bags. Anybody need a bag? Got some. Okay, now let's see what we got. First one out of the range is Rambo Part 2. Rambo Part 2. In a clamshell. Avid torn video. Let's see what she looks like. She's nice. Rambo First Blood Part 2. Rambo Blood Part 2. Okay, next up we have another one. No, wait a minute here. Oh, okay. Never mind. This is First Blood Part 1. Stallone in Rambo First Blood Part 1. It says Rambo 2 coming. Yeah, wild advertisement on the back of that. 1982. Rambo. A Thorn emu video. Pretty good. Good. Warning, extreme heat. Y'all read that? Extreme heat. Don't get near heat. Next up, we have Rambo Part 3. Rambo Part 3. First Blood, Rambo Part 3. That's a good one, too. Box is beat up a little, but... Movie Hunt, Trading Ben's Balloons. Box is a little beat up, but I'm proud to have it. It's original. Rambo 3. Next up, we have... It must be a slip cover. That's what that is. Get out here, Toot. I'm talking to my cat. What doing? Wishmaster Part 1. Let's see if I can take it out of that. Don't know. I don't know how that works like that. Huh. Let's take it out of this first and see what's going on. I'm going to take out this slip cover. I really don't want the slip cover on there. I don't think I want it. I don't think I do. Wishmaster Part 1. Now I've got Part 2 and 3 as you've seen in my earlier videos. If you've seen them, if you watch them. Next up we have The Running Man with Arnold. The Running Man. Nice little movie. The Running Man. Who's all seen that? Anybody seen that? The Running Man. Great flick. Next up we have Signs. Signs with Mel Gibson. Nice movie. Signs. Next we have The Curve. The Curve with Matthew Lillard. The Curve. Like this guy's acting. The Curve. Anybody seen that movie, The Curve? The Curve. Next up, we have Part 1 of Species. Species. Good movie. Good flick. Good entertainment flick. Species. Part 1, Species. Next up, we have Species Part 3. Part 3, Species. Species Part 3. Brutally is on skin deep. Beauty is only skin deep, is what it says. Species 3. Next up we have Species 2. Species Part 2. If I'm pronouncing that name correctly. I could be butchering it, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's called Species. Species Part 2. Just reading the labels on them. Wonder where they got them at and stuff, you know, the video stores back then. Next up we have, I'll take a slip off. Next up we have Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever. That was a good movie. I loved Cabin Fever. I think this is the remake. It's her in the flesh. Cabin Fever. They made so many of these Cabin Fevers. It's unreal. I like this one in general. Cabin fever. Next up, we need another. Remove the slip cover here. I know people put these slip covers on here to keep the box in better condition, I guess. That's not a bad idea. But you can't get the tape out real great with these things on. If I want to watch them, I didn't want to pull and tear the tape out of crap. Or tear the movie out of crap. Or box itself. So we have here, let's check it while I got it out. Yeah. Riding the bullet. Riding the bullet. I'll see that one. Riding the bullet. It's a Stephen King adaptation. Riding the bullet. Next up we have a different box cover than I own already. I own so many of these right here. It's unreal. Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead. Different box cover. I own 2 or 3 of them already. Night of the Living Dead. This is just a different box cover that I did not own, and I wanted to get it just for my collection. And here's another one. Another box cover. Them slips are pretty cool, I guess. I should just left them on there. Night of the Living Dead. Another version box cover. Different art on it, so to speak. Looks good. Night of the Living Dead. The original uncut edited classic. And that wraps it up for this box. Throw it over there. Move these movies over a little bit. Next up we have 2 more boxes, folks, to go through, so it's going to take a little while. So sorry about the long video. Bear with me. Hope you're enjoying this great day. Hope you're enjoying my movie haul here. Movies. VHS. Next up we have, set this back over here real fast. Whoa, I'm going to knock everything down. Set this back over here. We're going to pull one out at a time here. We got Village of the Damned, the remake with Christopher Reeve. Village of the Damned. Village of the Damned. Looks like it might have just a tad of mold. We can fix that though. We can fix moldy tapes. Village of the Damned. Next up we have Terminator Part 3. Arnold, Terminator Part 3. Rise of the Machines. Terminator Part 3. I'm going to leave them slip covers on them. I should have just left them on there to start with. I believe I put them back on here. Bear with me as I put them back on certain films here. I'm just going to put them right back on the ones I think should have a slip on it. I really don't know how they go. I don't know how they had it. Huh. Wow. Well, I guess I'll just leave it like that. It's a midnight special. Yeah, they must got it folded up in there. That's what they got. They just got it folded up in the box. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I just got it folded up in the box. That's how you do it. Like that right there. And you slide the movie right back on there. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Where's the one at? Where's the curve sign? Don't know what's in there. Sylvester Stallone should have one on it. I'm going to take him and put him on there. Put a slip cover on Stallone here. like so. Okay. I got one more slip cover. What am I going to put on the slip cover? Let's see. We'll do a maximum overdrive slip cover. I guess it keeps the box from scraping or getting any more damage to it. I didn't know about these slip covers till I started ordering off different people, and they had slip covers on them. And didn't realize basically what it's used for. But I guess it's preserved the box without getting more damage to it throughout the years. So I got another couple movies that has slip covers, but they're hard plastic slip covers, not like these. These are actually made of little plastic bags. That's what I thought we'll do right here. See how that's doing to me? Can't get the tape back in. That's why I don't really like them. See, just don't want to do what I want to do. Sometimes it might mess the box up worse than it already is. So that's not going to work for this maximum overdrive tape. Just ain't going to do it. So that's out of the question. So let's do it with Christine. Let's do it with Christine. Because I might end up selling this Christine. Because I've got the other Christine. And it's original first print, I think, box. As far as box-wise goes. Yeah, let's see if this works now. Oh, Christine back in there. Yeah, there we go. Now, I want to pull more movies out. We have Nice Dreams by Cheech and Chong. Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams, folks. Nice Dreams. Cheech and Chong. Yeah. Cheech and Chong. It's a good movie. Next up, we have House of the Dead. House of the Dead. Y'all see that? Oh, wow, look at that. Let's see. House of the Dead. Yeah. House of the Dead. Next up, we got Resident Evil Apocalypse. Resident Evil Apocalypse. Resident Evil Apocalypse. I can't remember what part that is. To be honest with you, there's quite a few out there. Next up, we have the original from Video Treasures video. The original, The Little Shop of Horrors. Little Shop, not that one. Little Shop of Horrors original, not the Rick Moranis remake. Not the remake. This is the original. Original Little Shop of Horrors. With, I think it's Jack Nicholson. Yeah, Jack Nicholson. Next up we have House on the Haunted Hill. House on the Haunted Hill remake. Now, I like this remake. I'm not a remake kind of person. I really don't enjoy many remakes. I'm not really, maybe a handful of remakes in life is what I like. This is one of them. Just a handful. This is one of them, remakes. House on the Haunted Hill. Next up we have part 1, 2. Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get your peepers? Jeepers Creepers. Good movie. Jeepers creepers. Would you get your eyes? Next up we got Underworld Part 1. Underworld Part 1. Underworld. Next up we have one of our good Woody Harrelson films, Natural Born Killers. Natural Born Killers. Great flick. Natural Born Killers. Let's see if we can get it out of there with that slipcase on it. Yeah. Natural Born Killers. Yes. Nice, nice, nice. Natural Born Killers. Next up we have... Oh, look at that. Rocky Part 5. Rocky Part 5. Rocky. You haven't seen Rocky movies? Everybody's seen a Rocky movie, right? Rocky Part 5. Go for it, says Rocky. Huh. Oh, Rock. Special Sloan. Good old Rocky Part 5. Next up we have an Arnold movie again. Total Recall. Total Recall. Arnold. Rebel Video, it says. Rebel Video. It's wild how all these movies come from somewhere. North Tazewell, Virginia. Total Recall by Arnold. Next up we have Lawnmower Man. Lawnmower Man Part 2. Lawnmower Man Part 2. Uh-oh. Gonna have to work on that. That a little loose. See how loose that is? That being said, if that comes open and stays like that, see how that is? I have to work on that. Because if you do that, it gets stuck in the VCR, possible. When it comes back out, it won't go back down like it should. So I have to take this apart and check that out. Looks like the spring might be a little loose, but we can fix that. That's no big deal. Lawnmower Man Part 2. Just looking. Next up, I think it's the last out of this box. This is an unrated director's cut. Lawnmower Man Part 1. Lawnmower Man Part 1. Lawnmower Man Part 1. Okay, I think that's the end of that box. We got one more box, folks, to go through here. Like I said, I'm so sorry for the long video. But I had a haul here that I've had a couple weeks that I haven't opened. And I meant to get opened, and it keeps piling up on me. Haul after haul after haul. I'm just now getting the time to go through it and share it with you all. Hope you're enjoying it. If any VHS fans out there, movie fans, hope you all enjoy this video. My awesome haul. Got some great movies, I swear I do. It's been awesome. Okay, out of this box we got National Lampoon's Senior Trip. National Lampoon's Senior Trip. Yeah. Next up we have Never Pick Up a Stranger. The Hitcher. Part 1. The Hitcher. The original Hitcher. Part 1. Hitcher. Great movie. Next up we have one of my Bill Murray favorites again. Quick Change. Everybody seen that movie? Quick Change comedy. Randy Quaid, Gina Davis, Bill Murray. Don't like the fact that the label is missing. But as long as the tape plays, it does have a little jig-jag there. See that jig-jag? Yeah, that's messed up a little bit. Hopefully it'll play. quick change. Next up, we have Arnold again in the original Terminator Part 1. The Terminator. The Terminator. I'll be back. Sarah Connor. So that's with these slip cases. You can't get the movie back in there great. But there it is. Arnold. Next up we have David Arquette film, Eight-Legged Freaks. Eight-Legged Freaks. A great spider film. I enjoyed it. Eight-Legged Freaks with David Arquette. Next up we have a cool comedy here called Dead Man on Campus. Dead Man on Campus. Yes. Dead Man on Campus. Great comedy flick. Next up, I watched this when I was way back there in age. I was a young toddler. Brings back so many memories. I might have seen it on Betamax first, then VHS, VCR wise. The Hidden. Anybody seen that film? The Hidden. Old horror sci-fi movie, so to speak. The Hidden. Yes. The Hidden. Great movie, The Hidden. Next up we have Part 2 to that. The Hidden Part 2. Part 2, The Hidden. Part 2 to The Hidden. Now, I didn't know The Hidden Part 2 was out for a long time there after I watched Part 1. Been so long. Next up, we have Rocky Part 4. Rocky Part 4. Y'all see that? Rocky Part 4. That's an old movie. Rocky Part 4. Next up we have Rocky Part 2. Rocky Part 2. Part 2 of Rock. Rocky 2. Next up we have, and last but not least, we have Rocky Part 1. New Arrival. Rocky Part 1. Part 1 of Rock. Rocky Part 1. Great films. These all was bought on Facebook Marketplace. I think I got a couple through eBay, but the rest of them have been on Facebook groups. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and that wraps this segment up from NDT CoLlEcTs WrAsSLiN plus VHS.
This segment was brought to you by NDT CoLlEcTs WrAsSLiN plus VHS.